Hello, I'm Yellow Man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow Man. That sounds awful.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Dark times will do that to good men.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent.
My mug? Why would you think that? I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and you're not going to find me, are you? Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's pride.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing!
Here we go.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinade, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage. I'm sorry, okay?
Disgraced. No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty. Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
I know a guy, so I'm sorry.
Disgraced.
He studies his reaction.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like I was only cleaning up. Then I came... Okay.
Right.
Exactly. I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way. Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact. Oh, yes, of course he is. I was just speaking about his... connections. No.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai. A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. The flames are not just for decoration. During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly. Local peasants call it the passion ring.
The lieutenant sighs. It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual.
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire. I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
I told you.
Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers. Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks.
Because I was weak.
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later. I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. Always, I mean, officers.
We'll be on our way soon. Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Thanks.
He's still glad his friend stood up for him. There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building. Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. I meant no offense, just...
Behind you, a scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general, average bullet hole frequency in Martinez's sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain...
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. The abundance of bullet holes leads to 2 options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them. Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Veld?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
A cold sea wind blows away. A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another 7 shades, a cold... Wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock. Clearly, the carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure there is something blindingly modern about this symbol. It's mod. He takes off his glasses and...
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
The padlock passed. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the hole. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door.
If you really think we should get in there, we need to... Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the east wind?
Heavy wooden doors. Heavy wooden doors. More than...
Yes?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. Probably something that is no longer there.
A familiar apparatus. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap. Yep. The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize?
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. The reeds bend, the constant, distant song. Nothing but locusts in this trap.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
The lieutenant stretches his back.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means. The kids don't reply. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to...
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids. Don't worry, everyone is. How about we do some police work now? We're not getting anything here.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Illisible. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Let's see. Who are you looking for? Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle-class ones either. I wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your...
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Oh? Who? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kid. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea is...
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Oh, very. Finding pieces of glass, bits of wood. Every once in a while. What else? Bottles, drugs also, lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and...
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel, or from time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Gone.
It absolutely does not.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and... Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy, nor... She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her, both of...
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
drop in temperature, an easy flow there, and chemically sweetened. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt, a tub warm with water. White number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up. Craters pocked the surface. The wind moves the...
Don't you call her? Yeah!
Right. You might have found the one person who doesn't know you are the...
Abigail. Abigail.
You're not, never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk. He snorts and beckons you to...
Don't call Abigail.
The man hiccups.
Don't call Abigail.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man stops.
Don't you fucking call her. Don't call.
There was little chance.
Hey, Tequila! Welcome to reality. How... Yeah, Tequila Sun...
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker? Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and will. So now, it's a pirate's... It's you. We've met before.
No, you sure don't.
Maybe. You look...
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And hey, let's not jump. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. Oh yeah, that's totally your style. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this, we get our drink on 24/7.
Oh, yes you do, Bratushka! The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go!
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things." Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice. We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Yeah, I agree. Ours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you...
Wow. That's...
Yeah, I bet tequila's a fucking...
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been...
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest. Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one. You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your...
It's more like you.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star. Yeah, you said it was no biggie.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar.
As you've already determined, the actual number...
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right, why not? But it depends, really.
The gleam in his... You might get scammed here.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest... I don't want it, man. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a store. Then I will see you again once you've
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
You too, Tiki.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's... See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real if you... You know what's crazy, actually? What? This guy. So what do you want?
His tone is aggressive. The alcohol boiling his blood causes the agitation. It burns.
Finally came to your senses, buddy boy? Ain't nobody else gonna give you a price like that. Had to let life squeeze you again. Sure, friend. People are just so impatient these days. So that'll be... Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard. You see, friend, man makes his own luck. And I made mine, bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now.
The hook? Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
He has long forgotten what you were talking about.
Aye, by amphetamine, I mean speed. Sure did, buddy boy. That's why I said amphetamine. I mean speed. I mean amphetamine. I got both. Aye, that's what I said. Good, my man. Now what? Sure, friend. You know it.
Yeah, Rosie was there too, for your ocean-based antics.
Just make sure to enjoy...
Breton, I am so...
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
Just wait for my sign.
Soon. The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend. My kind of guy. Here you go, friend.
Tequila. We are... Please! Okay, so now it's a pirate's life for me.
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss. The legend! He's back. And
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. You picked the best.
Oh yes, Breton! Please light up!
Get a load of this rock and roll cop hair, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pack. Repercussions? It will help you concentrate. It only lets you concentrate because you're in. Blah, blah, blah. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for...
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, vision...
Hello, mister. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewet you broke.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. Yes, I am. Little Lily. That's nice. My mum is great. Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. They look identical. It's Lammy.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days.
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? It's Lammy.
Lambie.
Lammy usually doesn't like... Bye!
Waves are beginning to die.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way. Being so close to... You don't have a reason to. Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunt... This is the last of the traps. The The reeds by the abandoned. The later it gets, the colder. The trap feels light. No locust. No phasmid either. But still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap. Okay, but after that we get back to our own assignments. There is no justification for this detour at this...
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Sure. What's on your mind? Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but...
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood
Yes. It's a but of course.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Beta. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proved... Yes! That is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CBP. And the one before it was... No, they work with sediment. And so...
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant...
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll...
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then. 57.
In the cabin.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the...
Yeah.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organization.
The palm tree...
I can see it. I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmertine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, Our West River Shoalian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the...
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock.
I can't wait to become a skull.
Murder?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah.
These punks don't know anything.
Hey, stop.
This sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Exactly.
We should move along.
Knowing.
It seems that we can only think, but never know.
Precisely.
Nope. But Cindy does.
Don't tell him that. Skulls don't tattle, man. Cindy wouldn't.
No. A different Cindy. From out of town. She doesn't know shit about armor gloves, that's for sure.
He did mean Cindy the Scar. All right, we have a lead on the gloves.
What about them? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. What I mean by this is, we are all...
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for...
I'm wondering if the poetics come with...
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times. And even then, it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Yes? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan. What are you implying? I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or... you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you? That ride is...
Hey, piss... Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
What about them?
Like I said, to catch a fish, you'll need... You get more because...
Hate to admit it. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets?
Yes? Leather jackets adorned with... What are you implying? For what? The concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Seems about right.
That's an...
So are we done here? Or... That ride is...
Hey, piss...
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Truly a lot of legwork. My partner adores these kinds of...
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an A. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important. There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the Ooh, tough choice there.
Yes, it's the kind green ape. Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva. Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different, which is to say the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
I'm beginning to wonder if I should.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. I didn't mean to imply that Saolites are inferior to us.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today?
No. It's the cryptid. The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought...
Mutation? All of it...
Until it was sighted by renowned...
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty, but...
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrao Canyon in southeast Ilmara, the world's largest canyon system alone in the blast. He was lost. With every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on... Yes, or Rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood. The professor climbed up. Then, the Tetatorn suddenly looked at him. The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time the eight-eyed Tetatorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcass. Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been traced.
Modern radar.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
Sadly, yeah.
Not really.
Very.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. Of course, dear.
Can I help you? What is this thing? What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess?
People just don't know how to accept gifts. Especially...
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bring...
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
No, you don't.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles. It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe. A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke. Okay, yes, it's for some clients. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape. This is the look of a man who's...
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just...
Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you. The enthusiasm.
He tries to play it cool. Remember...
Good. Okay. And completely empty?
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but... I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps.
Another trip to the reeds.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us.
Heartfelt gratitude.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't real. Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity?
Hello, Lena and I... Hello, Lena and I were just Hello, Lena and I...
You have your suspicions, but nothing...
Hello? Lena and I... Hello? Lena and I...
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with back?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let...
Well, I see you've got all the help.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know. Morel, it's been fun.
No.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Hey.
Well, well. The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn...
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
Again? I can't believe... I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to them. Okay?
Jean. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not...
I'm going to... God, fuck.
None of this. Okay, I was
Yes? What is...
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your will.
Can I actually help you with...
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember... Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring.
This is where you say your bid.
Detective.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that...
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean...
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not...
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Yes, falling out of line to please him. This is the best kind.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Use it to take a dig at his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly. The last one is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what...
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the character's hair. It could be incriminating.
The pretty boy. You guys...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt? Like we use in the... Because we took it from the harbor. We did this. Together. All of us. A goddamn...
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened? So
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Yeah, lawman.
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching it.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, The lieutenant keeps his hand easy. Walk back from the...
Look, coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here.
The bore's the size of your... The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. No.
He understood what... Now watch the other guys fight.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Yes. Falling out...
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Use it to take a dig at his friend.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows.
Yeah, you're not...
Easy, fella.
Too late. You already got a pretty good pick. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters here.
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
That ride is...
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair... The man before you...
Of course. You have questions, don't... Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along. In the part, I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing... A killer. Go ahead, Copo. What do you mean? It's the you mad? Go ahead. Ask. Maybe I was getting my rocks up. Do I look like an erotic captain?
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Because you have. Sure, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating? I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Come back late.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it? Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna... Kuno knows where you sleep, but you and Kuno are good for...
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
And you're back!
Kuno is a merciful king, kind to his wayward subjects.
No.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything with...
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City?
Oh god, Kuno, no!
Stop it, see. No.
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
So? North Jamrock? Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up.
Kuno appreciates you recognizing him as the sovereign of Jamrock, though North Jamrock, that is.
Kuno sent your fat ass friend.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened.
Good idea.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? After this shit, you better have something real...
Yeah, real interesting.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. Shit.
Yeah, he can't do...
Pigs can't display... How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fuck
your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
It's a vitamin.
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking...
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the...
Fuck you, pig. Don't do...
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old.
Good call, Pigmeister. The fuck do you... Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his... Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hear that? The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerous. Yes, and it's... You need to get so Yes, if you want to live, just remember, and it's certainly not nor smoke. All around you, the hisses and chirps are like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So yes, I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough. If anything, but what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing...
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
They're not pets. Don't you know what locusts are? When they come out of the fucking sky.
Stop!
You stop. It's like they're night. Locusts are like...
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be...
Yeah. Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastic... The girl forces herself to watch again. The corners of her eyes twitch.
Maybe I am.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into...
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno!
So that's what this is about. Without a word, for once, the boy used this momentary confusion. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence.
It don't mean any pig. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all the fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He recognizes the name.
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
The trash container. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Hello, officer. So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie.
She acts chipper. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence.
Yeah, you're right.
He has a 38-degree fever.
Darling, I told you to take it easy.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
You can? Fine. It's better.
He wants to see this tale through, as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he can...
Really? It's...
What Morel means?
Here's a fresh batch of locusts.
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This would show them all. The trap stands the locust, dazed. They're not really going to get the chance.
Good, now that's done. When do you don't answer that? It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runner...
Hello, dear. It's good to... Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is wary. Earlier...
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. Yes. Field work is...
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into...
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
No.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
That really is too...
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like...
Different? How? I'm not. It's a strange feeling.
And when a police officer...
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was... He's so proud of it. He always tells...
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
No, sweetie. There's more to it. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That
I am a queen. An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old and he's still working himself.
The lieutenant opens his... He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit. An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the fact. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university. Oh, of course it counts for some. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid...
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory.
Rising. Unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Really?
Oh, sweetie.
No one can stop you from finding the phasmid.
Okay, it's...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
You're welcome, sweetie. I'm glad it helped you, even though it turned out to be a...
waste of time. A dream. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside,
we should go too.
just dead and dying locusts, and the slow sway. Poor things. A few locusts trudge along the wall, poor things. The trap is filled with dead, poor things. The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. Poor thing.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah, my friend.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right.
You heard the man. Right here.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester 50s. Zilagars. I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit. The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Yeah.
These people are trained.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum. What do you mean? Okay. Goddamn right, we.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we got reserves.
This guy will be the first one to bail.
The pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have...
Container belt? Like because we took it. We did this. Together. Goddamn.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth.
All 7 together.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. What you can do right now.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And...
What kind of
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced.
A live grenade. Right here in...
This one has a special...
I can't prove it.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said...
Really?
Yeah, really.
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened...
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on...
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Love. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's...
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
With numbers, asshole.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to...
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but...
Fuck off, copper.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
No. Of course.
Fuck off.
Keep your eye on this powerful...
Like what, copper?
You don't have to keep answering.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
This is where he tries to sow discord between you two, because he knows the company is responsible for bringing the mercenaries into town.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you...
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Nothing. Your investigation here is done.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Again.
Good one, Titus.
How many people have you...
Chairs electrique.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed. About fucking time. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority.
Why?
This is not what I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either. Yes.
What in the...
The fuck is...
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Merely be careful.
Good. Now put it in your mouth. I want to point it. Everyone knows how to do.
What are you doing?
Genuine.
Fellas, you getting any of this?
We'll solve the case.
Yeah.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
He's not gonna...
No. He'll do it. Go ahead, son. 3, 2...
Kisses. No. There will be no spit. Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official, reportedly from the 41st precinct. The man before you.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't fuck.
With a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. No one answers your call. Silence. Silence. You hear static from...
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an...
My God.
The lieutenant... It's a woman. And she knows you. Who cares that she... No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. Ever since I came to work...
A spot of static overrides her.
It's so nice.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore. Another seagull.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. All right. Maybe there's a...
Yes, Helen. My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax.
It's you.
Wait. Is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing.
Ever since I came to work here, as if my...
And then she tries again not to cry. And still, real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Her sound melts into the stack. This is where you hung up the call the last. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. No one replies, but the static grows strong. Her words are too cold to comprehend.
So, it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. Don't take this the wrong way, but...
That is true. Looks like someone has melted. You wait for a minute. You ring the doorbell. All you hear is you ring the door. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Right. What about... Honestly, not that different from you. Oh, thank God. Well, what else? He was wearing a... It's his cool jacket.
Who cares about the cold wind?
I even tried throwing it away. Well, what...
She's thinking about him.
Yesterday morning. Because we...
Gone for around. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover. She gives you a short nod before return.
There must be another way into the building.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Oh, alright, Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl.
Could that girl have been little Lily?
Could have been her. Small kid with giant white armored.
A sturdy metal door. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Good.
We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but...
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you...
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Of course. Anything to... Or he didn't. That the man was killed because he assaulted...
The lieutenant.
We have...
Last Sunday night. At the word... Either way, he's alleged to have sex... That's a good question, officer.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel?
I am sorry to have been the...
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with... Yeah, I can see that. Call me...
Hello again, officers.
Ruination has come. The broken ark, a great force from the northeast, fired into the tenement acted as a defensive wall against the waves of what didn't. Those are only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never a fleet. The combined they massed it. Many are still there to this day.
The coalition.
He does not like talking politics of the...
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my...
The lieutenant's quizzical ex...
So, what are we talking about? Why are you pronouncing it like you are... You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? But isn't that our job? No. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn towards moralism was just an act. In any event, I am just a humble law official. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Heidelstein, the gentleman near the Fell building with the distinctive way of speaking. Now, was there anything else?
What happened here? It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That indeed.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead, then.
She's the cleaning lady.
I'm no one. If you can call it living. I have a little room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while.
Yes. I know. What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What was so...
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the...
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment and...
Ask away, policeman. The hell am I supposed to know? Some lunatic...
With how small these rooms are.
People come and...
They probably just moved.
The artiste? She leaves an old lady to her business.
She mumbles, some kind. You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant?
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get...
It's generally easier to do. This door has been closed with a padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle... Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the... This door has been closed with a padlock. This door has been closed with a... What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cut.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut.
He's just trying to help.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor.
After you, detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. Whoever lives here definitely shares your... There aren't many communists around. I suspect that there aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. He was definitely controversial. There aren't many communists.
lieutenant isn't just a five-pointed star. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the... Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers to symbolize also the wreath of antlers, because white is the color. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students. You are the big communism builder now. This door is made of metal, number 28.
Let's see if...
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28.
That ride is...
Hey, piss... Look who it is.
That ride is...
Hey, piss...
These guys aren't scary. You're...
what? Yeah.
You didn't say that. The lieutenant...
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad...
It's true. Wow.
Fuck that!
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
I'm not wearing that jacket. I don't think this case the need will...
Look at this...
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations. That ride is...
Hey, piss...
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings.
Yeah, man.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term.
Wow! You boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up! Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Fuck you, man. Take them then. Oh, man.
Fuck.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you. This case doesn't require us to go undercover.
Cold-hearted cop.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone...
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Yes?
Oh, look.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall. It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron. How disappointing. Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid, finding it is your destiny.
Mister? What were you doing in my... Oh. Okay. Oh. I had gloves.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good. Bye! Hello, mister. Oh.
Where did you get?
Found them when
She doesn't.
I hid.
We're going to.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Yes. They look they look. It's Lamb.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb.
Yes. Isn't he soft? Bye.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations.
Hello, mister. Bye.
Hello again. Well, that certainly depends. You know, the popular image of the coalition is of a monolithic political. For instance, the officers of Inchicom are responsible for military. Well, then there's also the Provisional Commission, as well as the Institute for Revacholian Culture, with its architecturally significant headquarters in Le Jardin. Inchicom is responsible for all aspects of the military occupation. Oh, the Institute is a marvelous organization. There's an exhibition on Vespertine Proto-Expressionism that I can't wait to take Mikhail to. We're working our way through the major artistic movements of the last century. Of course there is. The Coalition's economic affair. Ah, that's simple. You're looking for the Comité de...
Yes, this...
If you will, picture the Coalition as a kind of wheel. The hub of this wheel is the Comité de Responsabilité. And out from that hub radiate a great many spokes, which I have a long-standing interest in political systems. You see, it's my personal theory that political systems are a lot...
The man smiles at you. He is doing his best not to show it. But the smile...
Of course, officer, we've only recently met. It would require a more thorough conversation than we have time for to answer a question like that. Well now, that is rather complicated. You can write to the committee directly, but I understand that there's quite the... Of course, if you could somehow contact Coalition Warship Archer, you could reach the committee directly. But why, officer? It's that gigantic aerostatic right over there.
You look around, but you don't see anything unusual. Then again, your eyes aren't the sharp.
Oh well, that's a relief to hear. It would have reached a very astute question. You see, in addition to its role as a military warship, the Archer not just watching, it's listening. Well, I suppose you could. That might be the trickiest question of all. From a technical standpoint, it shouldn't be all that difficult. You simply require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. The problem is that those sorts of radio transmitters are tightly controlled by the Coalition.
He's correct. It makes coordinating operations with the Coalition exceedingly difficult.
All that said, someone with a powerful radio and a certain level of technical skill, it's only too bad the old field engineers are no longer available.
Ah, good. Now we are circuit bending into radio towers.
In any event, it's a fascinating technical challenge. I'll be very interested to see how you tackle it. I do have some money.
No, I mean, come on. You...
Of course, detective. I don't know if... If not, then you definitely Sure. What's on... But of course.
You see, a a once bright new... Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on land?
A poet could write 12 verses and still... You should still take it. There's some tear, an empty cigarette, 2 empty bottles.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head. Whoever tossed it. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup. It's no older than a day or two. There's some tear, 2 empty...
A tragedy.
He shakes. A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. Calm now. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom-made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no. This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 170. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone. There's some dried blood on the metal bench. A dried chunk of blood. Cuffed. This is what...
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead... He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A .75 liter Tallulah.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see...
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident. And
yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths.
Without any further evidence, yes. What about it?
Sometimes a kebab is just a
Oh yes, some symptoms, but I think that death arrived through It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't. But that's just a lazy assumption.
A dead working-class man.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have... It does seem to be a... Looks like... But that's...
A dead
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it... I can't see a book. So he took the book to the library, then came back and thought...
I'll have one, the view from the lookout.
Damn it. From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased. Or whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Most of these titles, if lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
As you hold it in your hands, it's a sordid, filthy... Some secrets are better left. It occurs to you that you're... Why did you think about it? Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. As you hold it in your hands, there is no... A police badge on which you see...
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between 2 durable, you see a photo, a name.
Harrier. That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not. The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes, but the badge is new. You used an old good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture, what do you think? His face is already contorted. It looks like you had quite the charming face. Wait, the lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus. Though there's a pinch of... Don't be fooled. The badge in your hand.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Freighter. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your
heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol of kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it. Such a small yet precious...
That's just the serial number.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that a new badge usually comes with a new rank.
You're pretty sure a lot can happen in 4 months?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 50. It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have...
It's no wonder you are like...
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it. A police badge on which you see the photo of a... The worn map features your finger finally.
For a more detailed view of the map,
a police badge on which you see...
Lieutenant W. Freight. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest. The title of Yefreitor is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. There are many reasons, and sometimes they just prefer the type of
heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good.
Such a small...
Looking for something?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hell no.
His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge. It just has to be said, that was not a convincing line.
Fucking fuck.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes.
How about you fuck off?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Fucking loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really what a scab would say, is it? Better, the man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it, hard as a stone. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of poly...
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means.
In what must have been Seminine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benito, 41. Monsoon season.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminine.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless, odorless. It's...
No. I was in the domain. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. You bet it was. It's just... nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit... Go ahead. All right, now.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
to work! When a bunch beats me,
There's something odd in... Fine.
free flow!
Don't talk to him. The man's breathing steadies.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Not yet, but I was able to convince the database people to share private sector information. One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he...
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi... I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Hold on. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the...
Billy Majon, you said. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found...
They're too poor to have a fun.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 30...
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days... Marie? Marie? Yes, it was my colleague, Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband.
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me.
And then goes for a little drink later.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie? She said it was an older man. Sorry. Marie wasn't really paying it. Happy we could help.
Anything else you need from me? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of... Whoa. A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though. The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all.
Wow. So someone's been a little... Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. No need to be Of course you do. Let's get right to it. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of done and done. A weathered brown door. The lieutenant motioned. This is the door. You already know it's the...
You're right. Let's talk this through. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased... Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice. The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
The police. A moment, please give us a moment.
There's fear in her voice.
Come in, the door.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink?
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his condensation. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again?
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
It's me, Victor. And Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18. The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight.
She swallows visibly.
No. Why? Do you have any news? Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayros.
Central Jamrock.
I think, yes.
It is.
Just to return a...
Do something?
Yes. No, it shouldn't be long from now. His old leather jacket. It's just your wrap. Yes. The lining is hand-sewn.
She folds her hand.
People got to eat. How have I been? You're not here.
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more. Get comfortable around her. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
What did you say? Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you.
What happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just... How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something.
Here.
No. I just need to tell my girls. God, should I call them?
No. A day.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
We should step outside and talk. You did well. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased. That's it. We should get back to our case now. They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live.
Let's go.
This door is no one.
We should return in the... Yes?
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. Turns out that you don't have behavioral problems.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around the hardened vitreous. You really do feel more confident. In fun, it may be a while. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop for the day you have to fight someone covered in the same. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover. You wait for the storekeeper to... It's quite a challenge. The tear machine your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money, if the numbers on the machine told you otherwise. The tear machine stands. You see several the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking.
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only...
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one A small cabinet on the wall is filled with...
I don't really know what...
Nozafed heals +1 health. Dramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
Okay, here. Okay, here. Saint Baptiste. Saint Baptiste.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the A colourful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Is this...
A colourful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorry man. A cockatoo is a parrot with this book. talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing this is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Perhaps the most impressive of all, in the words of poet-explorer Sir James Ford. Despite its banging name, the Bang Bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species. Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy nature. Pet owners, it is not recommended to get, you're right, not great for the neighbor. Performing, yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you? You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry.